So why is it hard to go to the gym? Let's talk about that. Hello, so I'm Will. Welcome to Thunderhawk Coaching. Great to have you here. So we're going to explore some of the things and challenges that come up when we think about the gym, right? So as time of recording, it's the end of November, and we're going to have the festive period. We're going to have a good time, right? Hopefully we're going to be with family and friends and eat up a bunch of goodies. And then we're going to roll around to January and we're going to hit those New Year's resolutions, okay? And I'm getting a bit ahead of this because it's something that I want to throw out to all of you who are thinking, I'm going to get into shape this year. I'm going to do better, etc., etc. So, why is it hard to go to the gym? So I'm going to start initially with the archetype of the person who makes the resolutions and wants to go to the gym, right? Maybe you put on a few pounds from the festive period. Maybe you're just a bigger person anyway, and it's been kind of in the back of your mind for a while. Hey, I should go to the gym. I should exercise. I should do this. I should do that, right? So it's hard to keep going to the gym, mostly because let's look at the larger context of kind of where we're living, right? We're all pretty tired most of the time, right? We're all like mentally wiped, or physically, depending on the role we do and the industry we work in. But there's a ton of exhaustion all the time, and new habits require continued effort to be put into, and then over time, like that will require less effort to engage with in theory. Right? And certainly in practice, in my experience. But some of the things that really trip people up when they're like actually trying to go to the gym is how they feel about themselves now in relation to the gym. So I know a lot of people that are always telling me, well, I'm not the type of person who should be in a gym, right? Like I'm podgy, or I'm a bit overweight, or I go in there and I see these big gorillas, right? Gorillas, they call them, big, strong, muscly people that are over by the free weights and are lifting and grunting and dropping the weights and all that, right? So when we think about this, when we think about the big gorillas and us in relation to the gorillas, I assume if you're making a New Year's resolution to go to the gym, you are currently not in physically gorilla territory, okay? So something that I think we think about a lot is I don't look like the type of person who should be in a gym, okay? And that belief might not be obvious for you, but I see that so many people, right? So many people who think I shouldn't be in the gym. Whereas, we're thinking the people who have the great amazing body, the great physique, the strength and whatever, they should be in the gym. So this is kind of like counterintuitive in a way when you really think about it. Hey, like I'm a big person going to the gym. Okay, I don't deserve to be here. The big people are here, the big muscly people. But the big muscly people have to start from somewhere, right? And I think something else you need to kind of really ask yourself is, what is my anxious brain telling me about the gym, right? So I think it's an important thing to do to make a separation here between kind of you and your anxious mind. So your anxious mind is going to want to protect you from perceived judgment, perceived harm. Challenges are going to come your way and create a lot of logical reasons that are actually not entirely logical, but they will feel logical to you as to why you can't go to the gym, okay? Gym's far away, I'm tired after work, etc., etc. But the challenge is, if you accept those anxious thoughts and you go, yes, okay, there are all these things in front of me, and like we have empathy for those, like life is challenging, right? If we don't create a separation between the anxiety and the present action and create a separation between kind of your anxious brain and your anxious brain is going to control a lot of your ultimately decisions that you make. And when you get into this pattern, and I see this with so many people that are trapped in like the anxious mind of like, I'll be judged socially, I will feel kind of worthless, people are maybe laughing and looking at me like an idiot because I'm in the gym and I'm like not knowing how to use a machine or knowing how to do a weight or make a mistake on a certain weight, the gym, I actually, in my experience going to the gym for several years, is actually one of the most kind of progress-driven open spaces on the whole. I cannot speak for your specific gym, and maybe I'm just lucky in my instance. But in my opinion, everyone goes to the gym because they kind of want to develop and push and be a bit better, right? And the gym is for people that want to like put some investment into their physical health. So disclaimer with the gym: if you are like looking to like lose weight, I don't recommend the gym. Don't do the gym for that. And this is going to sound really weird and counterintuitive again, but the gym doesn't help you lose weight, because if you have ever gone on a treadmill and you've ran for a while, you're going to see that the calorie number you burn is not that much. Okay, you might burn 100 calories running for like 8 to 10 minutes, right? Maybe, depending on the incline, maybe less. And that can be really disheartening, right? Relatively speaking, because you can go in, you can push yourself really hard, you can maybe burn 100 or 200 calories. That's, in the grand scheme of things, not going to really change much if you're eating way more calories than you need, or you're not getting enough protein, or your sleep's bad, or all of these other factors that really affect weight. And really, have you had a bunch of salt, and that's how you hold on to water, which increases weight. So I also want to create like a bit of a separation here between gym exercise, being in the gym and losing weight, and having that sculpted body, right? Those two are like not the same thing. So if you want to like lose weight, like, I'm not a personal trainer, but like generally you need to be in a calorie deficit, and you need to be eating foods that helps you feel full and helps you feel nourished. Okay, so when you think about going to the gym and you have these assumptions, these ideas, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to get ripped, very easily, very quickly, we can go to the gym for a couple weeks, a month, etc., and we cannot feel the progress, and that's when we're going to dip off, right? That's when a lot of these New Year's resolutions dip off. So when we think about why it's hard to go to the gym, the hard part isn't going once, it isn't going twice. It's about how much we feel it costs us to go to the gym regularly, okay? And the gym, more than anything, in my opinion, is like a mental health thing. You go in, you get some positive endorphins, you do something good for your body feels good, and then with that feel good regulation you get from activating the parasympathetic sympathetic nervous system and pushing yourself a bit, then your anxious energy, certainly in my experience, and if you're a man, this is true, you're going to have a little bit less anxious energy because you've worked that out at the gym. That's going to have a positive cascading effect to a lot of other decisions in your life. Like, and this is with weightlifting specifically, cardio can make you like really hungry, so like be careful doing a bunch of cardio if you still kind of want to lose weight. But we need to like think about like all of these factors that are getting in the way of ultimately your goal of like actually getting shredded, because actually getting shredded is like mostly calories and diet and eating the right stuff that helps you have the right level of hunger relative to the body goals I guess you want to have, right? It's like literally what you put in your body. So all this other stuff around the gym, like the type of exercises you could do, type of the crunches, whether you do free weights or machines, etc., all of this stuff's like cool, but ultimately it starts here. Your anxious mind's going to want you to get out. Your anxious mind's not going to want you to be there, and you're going to feel disappointed potentially if you set yourself up to go, I'm going to get jacked in 6 months, because just going to the gym isn't going to do that. It has to be diet as well. It has to be diet and exercise. All these components have to come together, or you will be disappointed. So that's my take on why it's so hard to go to the gym. You've been wonderful. I've been Will. Take care of yourself. Get to the gym, go lifting, and do it for your brain. Push yourself, lean into the challenge, be the beautiful person you are. I love you. Good luck. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.